Yo, what's going on? It is 6 p.m. here in Boston, Massachusetts. We're here on Newberry Street, and you guys are watching the #1 running live stream to listen to while you're in Boston for Marathon Weekend.
What it do?
Most sports have a halo event, often just a word without even identifying the sport. Close your eyes for a sec, and I bet you know exactly what I'm referencing when I say Wimbledon, Daytona, Augusta, Kona, Boston. These iconic events and locations are huge for the athletes and fans alike. And being a halo event, it's usually pretty tough to get there as a competitor, and tickets sell out lightning fast for spectators. But there's another way. Fans show up to the Super Bowl city without tickets to the game, just to soak in the environment and the festivities. Well, if the Boston Marathon is the Super Bowl of running, why not take a trip to Boston to take in Marathon Weekend? That's right, not just Marathon Monday, but Marathon Weekend. Most races, you show up, you go to the expo, you grab your packet, and maybe find some local attractions to check out. At Boston, you'd be doing yourself a great disservice if you didn't check out the loads of other events going on in and around the city. Not to mention, tons of historic landmarks and things to check out too. But from a run-focused perspective, there's just so much else going on that you absolutely need to check it out.
I've been talking and telling everybody, sometimes you can't get tickets and you just show up for the party at March Madness. You show up for the Super Bowl party anyway, right?
Yeah.
What would you say to those who, maybe don't quite qualify? Should they still come out to Boston and hang out?
For Boston?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so much more fun to come when you're not racing.
Right?
So this is one of those weekends where I had some things to do for work, but I got to enjoy all the parties, all the shakeouts. I didn't have to worry about where I was going to eat or if I've been on my feet too much. I think everyone should come experience the Boston Marathon from a non-runner standpoint. You get to do all the things, meet all the people, and then take in the magic without having to
no
run.
stress. You can actually do all the stuff. And it's not like, oh gosh, I got to manage the miles on my feet.
I have a couple extra beers with my lunch. Yeah. Oh, I'll be all over. I got a e-bike. So I just...
Nice. Have so much fun.
Thank you.
We got the OG, now repping with Tracksmith, Leandrew. Been a long time, man.
Long time coming.
How you feeling? What you doing? What's up next?
How am I feeling? Exhausted. It's been a tremendous 100 days to Boston lead up. Things are immaculate. The city comes into a whole new light when marathon season kicks in.
Sure.
And what's next? A nap. A nap vacation. I will be taking a week off.
Okay. You stay busy though. Would you say coming down to hang out in Boston, even though you ain't punched your ticket to the race, even though you ain't running?
It's the biggest party in the city.
All right.
That's it. Hands down, you got to come to Boston and just enjoy the vibe that is Marathon Monday. And if anything, you got to go to an after party. After party.
Yeah,
action.
so many of them, so many of the shakeout runs that you just hosted, one of the larger ones on the street here. So y'all got to come on down. Check it out, man. Don't worry about qualifying. Just get here.
Just get here.
Let's party. Thank you.
Starting Thursday evening, there were speaking engagements, meet and greets, shoe demos, and so many shakeout runs. Some of our favorite runners and personalities were in town, and I had the pleasure of speaking to a few of them.
Hey, here she is, the lady of the hour. How you feeling? You ready to do the thing?
So nervous. But,
do it nervous. We're all here for you.
Yeah.
And, all right, the other half of the duo, the Making Strides podcast.
Hello.
How are you enjoying it?
Great. It's been a wonderful week. I happened to 26.2 this morning.
Oh, nice.
I had the most incredible time ever. I wanted to just stay in that environment all day. I so enjoyed it because it's I've done the marathon, but it's it wasn't actually in Boston.
Exactly.
And I got such an incredible full tour of Manchester, like all High Park.
Real Boston, Rosendale, and like all this stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so
Come
fun.
see Real Boston, guys. And I'm sure you know Stephanie, so check her out if you haven't already.
Making strides. I'm making strides in all areas of this sport. As you can see, I'm a plus-size black woman, and I do long-distance running. Yeah, and people look at me and they think that, or they don't think of me as a runner, but I am a runner. I love getting out there. I love being on the streets. I love being in the woods, especially with my people that love to be outdoors. So that is what.
A little newer to getting into the trails. I started as venturing out in 2019. I was like, I don't like it. I still don't love the mosquitoes. Any tips for a city boy getting out into the trails?
Put on some off. Put on some off and get outside. That is all it takes. No, there are going to be bugs. There might be animals. There might be other people out there. That's what I'm really afraid of. But don't let that deter you. Get out there, run your best run, and have a good time.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Things start slipping
And
away.
then
I'm
you
not
like
gonna be mad
connive, you know.
All right.
because you just have to
Yeah.
let go and feel what it
Some
is.
people
Just
just
do
need
your
to,
best
like,
with what
walk
you
it
have.
off. It's
Because
hard
sometimes
to
what happens
tell.
is,
Right.
especially with running,
They're like,
when time starts slipping away, we get discouraged, and now we're angry. And next thing you know, you're shooting toxins along the body. You're not even enjoying it. You're not even there. So just because the numbers doesn't show, it doesn't tell you that the effort isn't there. So we're just gonna give our best, no matter the circumstance, and deal with what it is. Tomorrow's another day to fight.
Well, yeah, like anytime I can get in the car or bike around, I will. Let's put it like that, yeah.
Which is crazy because like your feet take you so incredibly fast, but it's like so do you look at it like the Porsche that stays in the garage and like just for Sunday driving, or do you like to tear it up on the canyon?
Yeah, no, I look at, like you said, the Porsche in the garage until it's ready for game day, because that's what it does best. So, yeah.
Right on. Hey, have a blast here.
Thank you so much.
So you mentioned unstructured training with the birth of your child. What has been, I mean, obviously a blessing to enjoy.
Yep.
But outside of like the sleep, what else have you noticed, and if anything you can give to other fathers, families, young families who are trying to put in the time on feet to get ready?
Yeah, I mean, numerous things. One, restructuring just framework of daily life, right? That's like the biggest thing. And before,
That's not even a choice for you.
Yeah. Before, you train hard and then you just lounge hard to prepare for another training. There's no lounging hard anymore with a 20-month-old running around the house, right? And so that's one big thing. But for me, the hardest thing has been needing him to go out and see the world, right? But then he just picks up germs. And so he's constantly sick, which that's just toddlers, that's course of action. But then my wife and I are constantly sick.
First time in Boston, first time running Boston. I'm sure you've got a game plan and this and that. Is there any part that you are most looking forward to on the course?
Yeah, I think the part that I'm looking most forward to is probably the first downhill after the Newton Hills.
Sure.
I know it's a steep downhill, and I know it's not a cakewalk, but I am looking forward to hitting that downhill, recovering from the Newton Hills. Hopefully, I'm feeling good and surprised that I did it as well as I did. And then that'll give me confidence to cruise through to the rest of the race.
All right, we're going to play that back after he crushes this course, has the time of his life. Oh, thanks so much for making time for us, man. Appreciate you.
Good to see you.
So we're back, this time on my home court with my man, Tony. How you feeling, brother? How's your flight?
Pretty good.
Hell yeah.
It's a red eye, but I'm here.
You made it. We hear you got some responsibilities going on tomorrow.
Don't put that on me.
Okay, all right.
We got a little group with the Kafuzians, right? Little live stream group going, and we think we're gonna try and come in at 2:55. Coates, I think, gonna hang on. He said 2:55 is his goal, so there's about 4 of us, and I think we're gonna try and make it happen for him.
What are you looking to do? What have you tweaked? What have you adjusted for this go round, man?
No, really the biggest thing was probably get more sleep, more recovery. Training block went really well. Got some really solid, consistent miles in. Stayed healthy, and that's really what So tomorrow I just want to go after it, bro. Get out there, race, and hopefully race at the end as opposed to just trying to survive.
Yeah,
have some fun too. Yeah.
So anything you wanna
things that you've learned along the way for young families, young dads who are trying to stay active? Because I know you got the little ones buzzing around too.
Yeah, man, just forget them. They don't need you like that. They don't need you like that. No, but just do your. I mean, I think sometimes, like for me, as a parent, there's like a level of selfishness that you have to make sure that you're okay in a healthy space, mentally, physically, and all that. So it's like that fine balance of being selfish in a responsible way. Because I think a lot of parents get to that like, oh, I'm a dad now, or oh, I got kids, and then they just kind of let all the rest of that go. Like you still gotta find yourself every day. You still gotta build and create yourself every day, and you still have to, seek ways to stay healthy because them kids need you to be physically healthy, mentally healthy, and spiritually healthy. So do what you need to for you, so your kids benefit from it.
Love to see it, man.
Yeah, man.
Party out there.
Yeah.
Have a time, man. The founder of Pioneers Run Crew.
Yes.
I mean, I know you've said it many times before. What gave you the surge to get it going? Because I know you've existed. I remember running the Cambridge Half.
Yeah. Back
forever ago.
2017.
And that was hype then.
Yeah.
And now Pioneers on a whole other level now. What's that journey been like, man?
It's been great, man. I think when you build a community and you give people ownership in that community, you don't try to control everything that happens. I think it's like it can be its own thing. Like whoever shows up and is there and is running it is what the community is. So as more people grow and more people want to take ownership over it, that's how it becomes bigger than what it should be, bigger than me. Because if I just try to keep it to me, it would never be what it is now.
So I run into this couple at the Kofuzi Shakeout run, and one of them was running on Monday and the other was just here to support. And he told me he was able to join 2 to 3 different shakeout runs a day. So that covered his regular training miles, and he had an absolute blast engaging with the community, meeting new people, and enjoying everything that the city had to offer without the worry of being fresh for a marathon in a few days. Now that sounds like a win-win to me.
Whoa! And just like that, we've got Jane here with us on her shakeout, doing the thing. Oh gosh, you having fun?
Yeah. Not only is there a special time for the Red Sox game, so you can hear them playing and cheering at Fenway as the runners are coming by, but yeah, there's the actual marathon itself, right? And there are lots of wonderful spots to spectate along the course. But those of you who have been with this channel for a little while, I'm all about the party at mile 21 on the Newton Hills, aka Heartbreak Hill. There's nothing quite like it. You just gotta get over here and check it out. This is an open invitation. Let me know in the comments if you're working towards a BQ or if you're just down to come and join the party. You're all welcome to come down and catch this vibe.
From VA, Virginia, Prolific Run Crew, baby.
Prolific Run Crew.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh shit, yeah. Okay. What brings y'all down to Boston, man?
Hey man, we got a couple homies. We got 4 people running right now. We had 2 run on Saturday to 26.2. Yeah, shouts out to Sid, shouts out to Pioneer, shouts out to Trailblazers.
All right.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to tell people, man, just come down for the party.
You got to, man. This is our 2nd year coming back. Last year was our 1st. We linked up with Sid and Pioneers and all of them, man. It's been like home ever since, bro. They family, bro.
All right, if you've made it to this part of the video, then it's likely that you're either a returning viewer or perhaps a new supporter. So welcome back, or thanks for joining if you're new here. I'll take a quick moment to address the previous video, and then we can totally move on. 3 quick points. Number 1, clearly, I love my city, I love the sport, and I love this event. But loving something doesn't mean you excuse its faults. You call it out, you have a respectful conversation, and you work together to find a resolution. Both the BAA and Pioneers Run Crew have issued statements, and I'll link those down below if you're interested in reading and how both sides see the event and what they're doing to move forward. Second, no meaningful or sustainable change is going to happen overnight. An event of this scale has so many moving parts, and it takes a whole lot of people, countless hours, to pull it off. By raising awareness and pointing out areas of improvement, the event can only get better. And that's a step in the right direction. If you consider, really not that long ago, women were not allowed to participate in the Boston Marathon, and it took someone being disruptive and calling out some inequities to make that change. Let's try not to forget that. Last, the comments got really nasty in the last video, and while I welcome constructive feedback and criticism, but many folks came here already triggered, didn't read full articles, didn't listen to full interviews, heck, probably didn't even watch the full video. And there's nothing I can do about that. But if we can't keep it civil and we can't be constructive and productive with our conversation, then there's nothing left to talk about. So that forum was closed. Okay, we'll leave it here. My voice has finally returned, and thank you so much for checking this one out. Let me know what races you've got coming up. If anybody is in for Boston to Big Sur, maybe London, or how about Ironman Texas? Shout out in the comments. Hope you've enjoyed this one, and until next time, it's been real.